Welcome to the CFG GameCast, episode number 45, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode on Saturdays and release it on podcast services like Apple and Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, and Podbean on Mondays. So show us some love and follow, like, comment, what have you on any of the podcast services, or check out our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, Davis Green, and with me today are my group of fellow co-hosts. I got Lex on the second seat. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. What's going on with your Bert and Ernie impression today?
Excuse me, that's Tina. No, we call her Tina. I don't know that. Look, when GT's around, shit happens. I'm doing good. Weather's changing, and so if y'all are new, don't know me well, hi, I'm a cyborg. So my robot parts have decided that it's like reverse hibernation. So I've been sleeping for the last 2 days.
Oh wow! So straight wow, ridiculous. That's not reverse hibernation. That's just flat out hibernation.
Well, yeah, but it's going into spring, so I'm now hibernating. Look, I don't know. Every time the weather changes from one season to another, my body goes, let's just sleep through this for the next couple of days. And I'm like, okay, cool. I have no control over it. I will sit up and fall asleep. So that's what I've been doing.
That's impressive, actually.
That is. I kind of wish I could do that.
I watched all the Harry Potter movies yesterday. Did I see any of them? Nope. I was out.
It's like, oh, okay. Well, that's great. Well, I guess in the way it's good, in the way it's kind of discerning, but we'll go with that for now.
I don't know.
And also, we got in the third seat. We got on the third seat being a part of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty in the third seat. What's going on, buddy?
You know what it is. What is going on, my friend? How are you doing, brother? It has been good. It's been a good week. We've streamed Thursday. We did some Warzone with friends. Had a blast playing with all you guys. That was awesome. And then Overwatch last night. We just messed around, got loot boxes, did some customs. So it was a good time. Excited to next week. I'll be streaming next Thursday, actually. Then I'm going to look to maybe do a Monday or a Tuesday stream over on Mishmash TV. It's something new that we're launching next week. But the ultimate goal for that is to have a 24-hour channel with different content creators from all kinds of different sides. Again, if that's something that you guys are interested in, let me know, hit me up. I'll put you in touch with them and whatnot. I think it's a cool opportunity and something that could be legit. So looking forward to meeting them and getting more involved with that stuff. And other than that, dude, just grinding out. Almost finished with Final Fantasy VII. I'm excited to kill that hopefully tonight.
Oh god, I can't wait till you finish that game up. I just beat it this week with Final Fantasy VII, and I had the time of my life. It was work. It was definitely a good one to finish up on. So, excuse me. So by the way, guys, next week we're going to probably do our review of Final Fantasy VII as one of the topics. So definitely check in on that next week on episode number 46. So that's awesome, dude. That's great to hear. Good things and stuff moving along perfectly for you, Smitty. And we got a special guest to this episode today. We got an awesome variety streamer that likes to play Dead by Daylight with Lex, as well as amongst other awesome content that he provides. We got JTizii in the conversation with us this week. How are you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm doing fantastic. Like Smitty, I had a couple of really good streams this week, doing some music and doing some golf it with my community. And then going to be hitting up some Control because I have not played that game yet. So I'm really looking forward to getting to that. But I'm super happy to be here and really appreciate you guys bringing me along. This is going to be a good night. I'm excited.
That's awesome.
Let me just say real quick too. So JTizii, he's one of the OGs for me. I met this dude when I first started streaming and when I got into content creation, seriously trying to figure things out and whatnot. Through Raiders of the North, we were both part of the team Raiders of the North. Yep. And I love what that dude was doing. He's a fantastic musician. You know what I mean? Definitely check out his he plays games, does music streams, everything. The dude saw a great, fantastic community again, it's kind of something that I modeled what I was building when I was first starting out. Was really based off of what I saw him doing and how he interacted with his community. I was like, yeah, I like that. I want that. That's what I want my space to look like. So
wow,
yeah,
man.
no, it's
Damn.
super excited to have you on, dude.
Man, wow, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Oh my god. Oh my
Big
God.
shoes to fill. That's what we
Yeah,
got
like,
right
oh
now.
god, what do I do now? What do I
Like,
do with
no-
these hands?
Right, just slowly. It's like, where am I supposed to put these hands?
I need 2 coffee cups.
Yes. Oh my
Dude,
god.
thank you so much, man.
Yeah, no problem. And let's get right down to it. So, as always, each of us picks a new topic or discussion within video games from the previous week. The topic would or could be a specific game or something that happened in the gaming industry. And we don't just want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the viewers at home, to be a part of the conversation. So we have our live person of Faye. What's going on, Faye?
Hello.
Oh
Hey,
boy,
I'm
I thought we lost you there.
Nope. Everyone's just talking, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Perfect. We got Faye here as the moderator that's going to come and check out the chat, and we'll, if you have something awesome to input, you'll let us know and you'll be a part of the conversation. So definitely, let's get down to it. We are going to start off strong with my topic. So my topic is going to be, it was funny, we were just talking like earlier about like, because there was so much about what happened this week, but we wanted to kind of start off a little light. But we were just talking about like all the crazy gaming games, video game movies that's been around for the past like decades, and we were like just listing them. Then we just kind of wondered, what are the worst video game movies that are out there right now, right now into our memories. So of course, you already got the obvious ones, Super Mario Brothers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But still, it's like the guy literally just said, hey, well, there was something important I was supposed to do today. It's like, oh, you're supposed to release that movie tomorrow. It's like, oh crap, quick, give me a camcorder and some scotch tape and some writing paper real quick. Yeah, but there was a lot of like, but when you sit down and think about it, there are a ton of crappy movies.
I can't believe
so I just
though.
wanted to,
A
Look,
huge
I
amount.
can't believe Mortal Kombat's on this list. I enjoyed Mortal Kombat personally. I thought that was solid.
okay. I don't think Mortal Kombat's on the list because it was bad, but more like they were just putting it because it's a part of the genre. Because like if you look at it on the list, it's at the very end of it. So
But
we did
also-
find
Has it
Oh,
aged
sorry.
well? I guess might be the question.
it aged perfectly fine. I
actually
watched
think- yeah,
Mortal
I think-
Kombat.
I haven't seen it in
Yeah.
a really long time, so I can't say.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, it
Yeah,
looks
I watched
fine.
Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
like two months ago, and I was
It
like, I
looks
can
better
still watch
than
this.
the OG.
Christopher
like,
Lambert as Raiden. Come on now.
Oh yeah, seriously. That man's a freaking legend, man.
Christopher Lambert as Raiden was like,
That's what's
you
her
would think
face?
who from
Yeah.
Blonde
Katana?
chick. Yeah.
Oh
That dude.
yeah, I don't know. No,
Oh.
Mortal Kombat was definitely like there's some good ones. Like Mortal Kombat to me, I don't care what anyone says. I think it's a good movie. I think Sonic the Hedgehog was a good movie. But really the ratio is very, very, very one-sided than the others, you know.
Oh yeah.
So I was gonna come and put that question out to y'all. Like, what are some bad video game movies that you could think of, and see if they're actually truly bad? Because for me,
Oh.
my number one bad movie of all for all gaming movies was Double Dragon. If you remember what Double Dragon was, because Double Dragon was all over the freaking place. Like they had so many random stars in it. Like Andy Dick was like with the weatherman.
Who should
Really?
has no room
Yeah.
being in a video game
Yeah.
movie. Like Andy
main-
Dick, that goofball.
Yeah, exactly. He was just the weatherman. George Hamilton was like a newscaster. Then you also had like the dude who played T-1000 was the main bad guy.
Hey guys, I'm here
Oh
doing
my
the
God.
weather.
It was so random. They had Alyssa Milano as like a freedom fighter, but she was like wearing some short shorts and all that stuff. It's like Alyssa Milano was doing that stuff. It's like that was really
Them hot
it was
pants.
really crazy. Yeah, in hot pants. I know hot pant vision right there.
She's like,
It
I just
was-
want to show off my creative talent. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
a
I
wide
guess.
variety.
I guess. I mean,
Back
she's
then, though,
crazy,
everyone was
crazy.
putting her in like really hoochie looking stuff, even in the
She wasn't
90s.
in a lot of movies, though. I mean, like, she
No,
herself
she was
wasn't in a lot of
Charmed.
movies.
Yes.
Yeah, but that was Charmed. That was a TV
Yeah.
show, though.
I know, but like back then, like, oh man, when I was little, I told myself when I grow up I want to look like her. Okay, that's what didn't happen. I still don't know when I'm gonna turn into a woman one of these days. Maybe Faye can answer that question for me later. But
Oh
I
my
think
God,
the
the
new-
trailer's so bad.
I think the new president.
Oh my
Oh
god! I totally forgot about the trailer.
Is this Double Dragon?
This is Double Dragon.
Oh, I
I totally
man.
remember it, dude. It's so
I've
bad.
never seen it.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
I'm
so
so
deliciously
sad.
bad.
The dude from Warrior 5 is in this movie. For crying out loud, he's one of the guys. I'm like, what is this?
Oh, her hair looks.
Oh, you
That
know
is
the man.
35.
Oh, what?
So,
Oh my god, it was so weird.
so weird. So weird.
Yes. So come on, it's like that. So there's
Wow.
clearly a reason why I remember this so bad because of how crazy this movie was. So
I
no.
like how Alyssa Milano just keeps popping up and she's like, I have bleached hair. Like,
I shaved my head.
just in case you guys didn't know.
But for real though, how much more 90s can you go with that bob hairstyle though? It's very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah,
No,
to
this
hear
is
that.
this
True.
is ultimate. That
With the
that was the
flannel.
ultimate of the 90s right there, dude. Yeah, I see.
That's
Mark
ridiculous.
put in Far Cry the movie. See, I didn't even know that Far Cry had
I didn't know
a
there
movie.
was a movie.
I think I'm just impressed that somebody
I
actually
didn't
watched it.
either.
I didn't. Well, I'm okay. I'm surprised. I'm so surprised that Mark knows about that one, and I'm also surprised that there was a Postal movie. So that's those are the two that I was surprised about. So, anyways, what are your like? What was your worst video game movie in y'all's eyes?
For me, it was the Mario Brothers one.
Yeah.
Like straight
Okay.
up, without a doubt. Like that one was so terrible. But it was awesome though. Too. I mean, it was just bad. But like looking back, like I mean, I would love to go back and
slice it.
yeah, exactly. Like, no matter
Are they
slice
even
it,
playing
like-
Super Mario Brothers in the movie at one point?
No,
Like, I thought
but
they
they
were-
had this. I do remember they had the Super Scope 6 in it, and they had like
Yes.
some random small things in it. But like
But-
other than that, I don't think they were.
There
What
was
would've made
something
that
else
movie
else
for me is
Mario
if they,
about
like-
it. Like it was weird. And, like this dude's like, oh, this dude's King Koopa. Like this is just a dude with like he had like a haircut, right, or something like that, or something like.
Yeah, Dennis Hopper was
dude with the
freaking King
haircut?
Koopa.
And the
That
Koopas.
was so surprising
It's
to
so
me.
bad.
Yes,
Dude, the fucking oh my god, the Koopas are so bad.
they were
Yeah,
so bad.
I just looked up the Far Cry movie. It was an U-Bowl movie. That's why no one
Oh,
heard
that
of
was a
it.
U-Bowl. Okay, that was a U-Bowl movie too. Oh man, U-Bowl, man.
Oh.
He got off with a bandit. But
grip.
oh golly.
I haven't seen this movie in so long. None of this rings a bell for me.
No,
at all.
really?
It makes
Yeah.
sense.
Wait, that's John Leguizamo,
I mean,
right?
Yeah,
Luigi.
John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
Oh my
Is somehow
god!
Luigi.
I forgot he was in that. I watched this movie like 10 years ago and I still forgot. I'm pretty
no,
sure.
it's
Italian,
I'm pretty
we
sure I
don't all
freaked out
do
then.
this all the time, okay? Stop it.
Don't
Like,
laugh.
Dude,
It's like,
I swear, like that dude from Spawn, like Spawn was amazing, and then he's in this movie. Like,
I cannot believe Academy Award winner Dennis Hopper decided to say yes. Let's do this.
Yeah.
I don't
Like a-
play the Mario. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's
let me be King Koopa, and then we'll just call this a deal. This is like, oh yeah, this is exactly like the game.
I don't think
Crazy.
he went wahoo. I'm pretty sure he didn't do that. Like maybe
Oh
that would
my
have
God.
been maybe there would have been something. Just
Yeah,
walk around.
that to me
No,
is the absolute worst, dude.
Steve Sanders said forgot they did the WoW movie too. You know, WoW wasn't that bad in my
Yeah,
opinion.
that WoW really wasn't that.
That was
I thought the
pretty
graphics
recently.
on like the actual like
Yeah,
way that they filmed or like did the movie, I thought it looked really good.
I think it was lengthy. I don't think it was too lengthy, but other than that, I think it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Relatively,
Okay,
you know.
here's my thing. I'm also one of those people that like if a movie is absolutely garbage, I kind of enjoy it. Because here's
Mhm.
the thing, at least you're entertaining me with your garbage. Do you know what
You
I
put
mean?
Heart into it.
You put soul into your garbage. So I mean, I don't know. Like the Mario Brothers, I'll have to say that's the worst one. And
Oh.
granted, I've had 4 brain surgeries. I don't really remember it because I was also like probably really little when I saw it. But that was always stuck with me as far as like video game movies. Like that one was bad. Because I played Mario Brothers as a kid. I liked Resident Evil. I'm gonna say what I liked, not what I didn't like. How about that? You're all going to die down here. I liked Resident Evil. I thought that was a good one.
Yeah, the first one. I was like,
first one.
everything after the first one.
The first one.
Yes.
The first one.
Everything after the first one, absolute garbage.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also, I think here what it is like me and my brother when we were kids, we used to watch garbage horror movies, and that was kind of like our thing. So I kind of applied that theory to a lot of movies that I watch because people put effort into it. You know, sometimes it's like when you're painting something, right? And you're painting it from the image in your head, you imagine it's going to look like one thing, and it definitely comes out looking like another thing. You know what I mean? And sometimes that happens in movies. So I get it. But like Resident Evil was good. Tomb Raider, the newest one, was good. The newer one was good. I like that actress.
I really enjoyed the actress in that, and I thought she did an excellent job in the movie, especially like leading from her like childhood up until she took over her like father's like kind of business, I guess. I like the way they actually built that, and they even built it up to like be a series. And just the way that they kind of like, I don't know, the way they introduced the story, and I don't know, it was really good. Granted, you know, anytime you have like a solo person going against like for Uncharted, I always thought that game was ridiculous because it's like this one guy going against these people who have like millions of dollars in helicopters and stuff. So it's still like kind of out there, but it was still a really good movie.
And I think Prince of Persia wasn't terrible. Okay, Adam,
I
in
never
the
watched
other
Prince of
room.
Persia.
I hope you're
It looked
listening to
kinda-
me. Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal was in it, and then the chick. Oh, they're both on my list for celebrity.
Oh, the list.
The
Look,
list.
I only have like 3
List.
men on my list, and Jake Gyllenhaal and Tom Hardy are 2 of them. The other one,
You are
I'm
on
not
the
gonna
list.
say because people would go, "Really?
I made the list, did I?
Oh God." Look,
Well,
don't mess with my Jake.
Tell me, do you like the duck?
so General Davis says, if I remember correctly, the Mario Brothers movie bombed at the office, and yes, you are very right. It did bomb at the office. But then again, when you think about it, Mario Brothers, the movie, was the first video game movie of them, like that started the gen of all of this, and then it started the whole example of all of that nonsense. So I'm not surprised at all. And most of those movies are bad.
No.
Most of those movies are bad for the most part. Like they never really got their money. Like I think the worst ones were the ones that went direct to DVD, like Dead or Alive or King of Fighters and stuff like that. Those ones were terrible.
Dude, I couldn't believe that Dead or Alive had a movie. I was like, what are you gonna make a movie about Dead or Alive? And then all I saw was a picture of a volleyball, and I was like, well,
it wasn't about that. You know what's funny? When I was unpacking, when I literally was unpacking when I moved here, I had a DVD copy of that movie, and I was like, when did I buy this movie?
It's just like somebody was just like, and you're gonna regret your choice. Like even just having that movie.
Well, I sat down and watched it because I was like, I'm trying to remember who these people were in it. And oddly enough, what's her name from I Am Earl, or no, from This Is Earl, or I forgot what it's called.
My Name is Earl?
TV show. My Name is Earl. Yeah, My Name is Earl. His ex-girlfriend that was with that black dude, I forgot his name.
I'm sorry.
I didn't watch enough of that show.
I have never seen that show in my life.
She's in it. She's in that movie. She's in that movie. And I was like, that's so random that she's in this. And then the girl from like the Fast and the Furious was in it too. And I was like, this is really, really stupid.
You missed out on a lot of movies. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like I kind of like movies got kind of ridiculous there for me, and like I felt like I got more into TV shows and watching TV shows as opposed to watching movies. Just because they were just throwing out hot garbage for a while, like you get a nice movie here and there, but
was like the main person.
He's out there just like I have a field day.
As a kid though, like
so pretty.
I was always in an ice rink for like 8 hours a day, and then school, and then I'd go home and it was watching Star Trek with my dad. And so I was kind of limited to whatever they wanted to see in the movie theaters. I could make suggestions, but it was rare that I got to watch The Patriot, like stuff like that. And I'd come home and I'm like, I just saw a man's head come off with a cannonball, and I'm only 9 years old. And this is the rest of my life.
That is
You know?
literally the only thing I remember from that movie, and I've seen it like 3 or 4 times.
Like it still
The
drives me
Patriot?
nuts.
You watched that movie 3 or 4 times? That is not a movie. That was a watch that movie once and then never see it again. That
It was
Saving Private
on,
Ryan,
my
I can't.
parents or grandparents would
I've
watch
never
it on
seen-
TV.
Dude, Requiem for
Oh.
Dreams, one of those for me. Like I can
No,
only
I
That's
watch
a
will
it
tough
never
one.
watch that again. Never,
Yeah.
never, ever.
Well,
Great
real
movie,
quick,
never watch it
I don't
again.
know. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I don't even know how to say that name. Indest Anu. It was just said Jake Jagglehall, and I lost it. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I'm sorry. I just wanted to point
he's
that
in
out.
the other room. I'm about to beat him alive.
Like Jake Jagglehall. I don't know
And
why that was so
Jagglehall.
funny. I'm sorry.
Hitman
Calm down.
2007 and Max Payne. Yeah, those two. Yeah, the first Hitman. There's 2 Hitman movies. The other one, Agent 45 or Agent 47, was actually not bad, but the first Hitman was not good.
Yeah,
and then
no.
Mark Wahlberg's Max Payne with the girl from
Terrible.
that 70s show was
Oh, yeah.
terrible.
I forgot
Terrible.
about
totally
Wing
right.
Commander.
Dude,
What's
yeah,
that?
we
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
I
That
forgot
was
about
Mark
Wing
Hamill,
Commander
wasn't
too,
it?
man.
Huh?
Was it
Was
Mark
that
Hamill in
Mark
that?
It
No.
was Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. You're
Freddie
totally
Prinze
right.
Jr. Matthew Lillard. There you go. That lady.
Oh. Wait, I think I've seen this.
Yeah, it's definitely
guy.
This was like in the late 90s.
It's
99.
crazy that they turned that game into a movie. Like,
I had a thing for
Yeah.
dude,
Lillard.
Freddie
Yeah.
Prinze Jr. just
Man.
like that. That's a total Freddie Prinze.
Everyone was like Freddie
He looks
Prinze
like he's so
Jr. and I
surprised.
was for Lillard, man. I don't know.
Well,
Like
I just want.
Wink.
I'm gonna like. Come on, you have Shaggy in the movie. How could it be bad? He's gonna be
Exactly.
like, let's get out of here,
Fred
Freddy.
and Shaggy.
Yeah, you got Fred and Shaggy in the
Freddy.
movie.
Oh, that chick was from that chick was from Starship Trooper. That's what she's from.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really?
Saffron.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, she was the
Dude,
one.
Starship Troopers, amazing. Sorry.
Yeah,
People seem like
absolutely
a bad at their
is.
job.
It looks like a competent movie for just like an obscure video game movie.
Yeah, seriously. Like
Yeah.
for like one of those like little doop 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 doop.
It had to
doop,
star
like
power,
games.
no.
Like they turned it into
like it
rock
came out
movie.
like as a big thing, but I'm pretty sure it flopped hard. I think it flopped hard.
Oh, it probably did. It's pretty much guaranteed that did flop. All right. Well, we had 20 something minutes, but no, that's great. A trip down memory lane of all the weird, janky movies that were back in the day. So that's cool.
Plenty of
That's
time to
cool.
catch up now.
Oh yeah. So okay. So who's next? Smitty. Well, we'll go with Smitty next.
I guess we're gonna go with me.
Bringing to the table.
We're gonna go with me
Yes,
next.
you're gonna go
So
with you.
I felt like, again, you guys know I'm not much of a Fortnite player, but I've always got to applaud and I've always got to look at when a company and people are being innovative. I feel like Epic continues to be innovative with the stuff that they're doing. They recently had this Travis Scott Fortnite series. He basically did this mega concert in game. It's an in-game event. I guess it's like over 5 days. Here, let me pull it up real quick. Over 5 days, but like, I mean, just what they've been able to do as far as creating these live events within a game where people can go and participate. You know what I mean? Like, I heard it was like super, just like crazy. Like they had emotes that unlocked specifically for that event. So I know that they had some problems with the first one that they did with Marshmallow. So it seems like they smoothed that out. And they really are looking to go even bigger and better. I believe there's an event happening today where it's going back to the OG map for this Travis Scott event as well. But I wanted to, I mean, dude, I gotta applaud Epic on this again. Just on what they're doing, how they're pushing the boundaries and being innovative with this stuff. This is amazing. I want to check it out just to, I want to go into the game and check it out live because I have not had the opportunity to do something like that, and I think it's just a neat little experience, what they're able to do within this digital world.
Yeah, I mean, especially in a time right now where, like, with the coronavirus and everything, it's really cool that that they found a way to get like some sort of musical artist to throw a concert, and like even like just having like there's a couple of other artists that I've recently been like listening to, and they actually have concerts that they're doing from their houses, and even some that are coming to Twitch. It's just really cool that there's actually like content, like music content that's being taken and delivered in such a unique way. Like, I don't know, I just think it's really cool, especially for the time, like what's going on right now.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. I mean, it's kind of like, it's weird that it hasn't caught on bigger though, because like, I mean, Fortnite just seems like they pretty much own these kind of events, because I mean, mixture with like the Marvel events, the Star Wars events that they usually do and stuff, but then like I don't think I've seen any other game that can say, hey, we're gonna throw a concert in game with specific people, with Marshmallow, Travis Scott, all these different, and things are actually actively happening. Look at this. I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore. Like, it's like crazy. It is flat out crazy that they are able to do this kind of stuff. And it's like the level of creativity that it does come into, like that you would have to kind of say, yes, let's do this concert that's just so far-fetched, but it still makes sense in the world of Fortnite.
Yeah,
it just shows a claim on like on what they're trying to pull. Even though if you're not a Fortnite fan, because like I said, Smitty and I are not Fortnite fans, but we definitely got to give them props on this kind of on what they're doing with this to keep the community active and stuff.
Yeah.
Not only that. Sorry, go ahead.
I know who Travis Scott kind of is, because didn't he, like, I like makeup, so unfortunately, like, sometimes I follow the drama because I don't have that in my life, so listening to other people's drama, it's the hype, whatever. Anyways,
drama.
Travis Scott, I think is
drama.
Kylie Kardashian or whatever, which probably like Kardashian clan's like baby daddy, I think.
I don't know.
So I think that's how I know him. Yeah, Jenner.
Yeah, you're right.
Really?
Kylie Jenner. Sorry, she's part of the Kardashian clan.
All the who cares?
Yeah. Anyway, exactly. But
That's right.
so a lot of people that I used to work with are like really big into all of that, like the whole like Kardashian world. I don't play Fortnite, but I was watching some IG stories because I take time to like go through my friends' IG stories too,
Yeah.
And all of my friends who are like super into makeup, their boyfriends were all on Fortnite, like losing their minds. And so I was watching third party. I'm like, what is happening in Fortnite?
Yeah.
And I went to log in and it was like, I couldn't, and I was too late anyways, but it's so neat. I mean, look at that. And for for the younger crew,
when you say couldn't, were you not able to get in, or like it was so overflowed?
I had such a huge update that I couldn't get in in time, so I was like, it's not worth it. But because I didn't know how long it was gonna last for. Because I mean, think about it. A concert is maybe 45 minutes ish normally. And it already been going for like a good 20 minutes at that point. So I was like, by the time this is done updating, it's probably going to be done. But I mean, think of the technology that they had to do. And it's outside of a studio, right? So they probably sent him a green screen. They probably sent him I call it a boop suit. I don't know. The one with the little dots all over it.
Yeah, mocap.
Yeah. And had him in, I mean, this has to be pre-recorded, but they had him.
Are they live? It's not live. Is he a cyber?
Live? That can't be live.
No,
because
no,
of all the effects that they're adding to it, and then adding
I'm just
own
saying that,
background
like,
dancer. But I mean, like the whole thing is badass.
It
Yeah,
really
I mean,
is.
It's really neat. That's really cool. I mean, props to them. I mean, for the people that are in that community, I mean, that still has to be like mind blowing. You know what I mean? And it's always great to see that a game cares about its community so much that it's like, no, stay home,
Yeah. No, I agree.
So-
Well, not only that, dude, but this is also going to push the bar and push the limits on what other people are going to try to do. And you know what I mean? It's like, and that's going to spur on that innovation from other people to continue creating. Can you imagine being there in like VR or something, dude? Like that would have been nuts. That would have been absolutely bonkers.
I want to see something like this in VR now.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
that's the next direction. Like like how cool, like just imagine a world where like you throw on your VR headset, you pay for this virtual ticket, and then there's like a camera that's up in the top, and you can just look around at a concert. Like I think I've actually seen some stuff where that's actually like starting to become a thing. But like, but now my question is like, why am I gonna buy a ticket to go see this band somewhere when I can do it in virtual reality, and it's gonna be super cool, like being able to see the crowd, I don't know, but it's like, anyway, sorry, that's totally off topic, but like,
yeah,
No,
Yeah.
you're right.
yeah,
it's
different
totally
experiences though.
interesting.
So like, I would be apt to do because like there's Citizen Cope is doing a 3-day concert, basically virtually. He's doing one day where it's gonna be one record. He's gonna go through each song, talk about like where he came up with it, this and that. There's gonna be one where he's gonna do stuff that he hardly ever plays live, which is gonna be awesome.
What?
So it's like, yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I'll send you guys a link on it. It's gonna be
my
it's
God,
gonna be
that
dope.
sounds
But I was like,
awesome.
absolutely, I got like I am. Like you can do and you can pay extra to do like a 15-minute like Zoom call with them. I totally thought about doing it just to do it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll
How much
see.
does it cost though?
It's like
How much is a
200
little extra?
after it's for the
Oh,
3-day.
no.
That's a signed poster that you get, and then a 15-minute Zoom call, private Zoom call with them.
Who's
was like,
this?
wow.
Citizen Cope.
Oh,
Dude,
Like, for
that
me,
is
it's totally
awesome.
worth it. I
love
know.
Citizen Code.
I know, dude.
Oh my
So
God.
man.
Oh man.
I was like, that is amazing. Anyway, what
do
they
I
were
have
doing, though-
$200? Let's
Yeah.
find out.
But what they're doing here and what they've done is, you know, again, I love seeing this stuff. This is absolutely nuts. What
Stop
they've
that.
gone and accomplished here and what they've done. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for what the future holds, and just to see them continue to push the boundaries as far as doing content and events like this, dude. Big ups to Epic for sure.
Oh yeah, very nice job. All right, well that's cool. That was
I don't
pretty
know
cool,
where we're
nice, short, and
going
sweet
here.
there.
Yeah, that was great.
This is gonna. Oh, here we go. Like Inda says, this is going to cause games like Warframe, Half-Life, and Borderlands to also do musical events.
Yeah, well, I
don't
mean,
think, like,
Dude,
I don't
Borderlands
know,
3 has all
like,
kinds of stuff going on.
yeah, but I don't think. Do you think Borderlands would do something like that for a community? I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean,
That'd
but I
be
think
awesome
Borderlands
to see,
does a
though.
great job with their
Dude,
community.
but, like-
It'd be great to see, but I don't
Yeah.
think they would do it.
I mean,
don't
we've
think they would.
seen
But why
we've
not?
seen crossovers with them before, and like they like what is it? What's it? Penn and Teller are actually in the game as characters.
Yeah,
So,
but
like,
here's
I
the
don't
thing,
know.
though. I
Yeah,
think
they
the
are.
biggest problem
Oh.
is that, like, to do something like this, you need fistfuls of cash, like,
Yeah,
of
that is
income
true.
towards those kind of levels of towards that. And I don't think Borderlands has that kind of community to be like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, we have enough stable income to say we're gonna drop this much money to bring in this big dude, and then have another team.
But
to
why
be able to
couldn't they?
just get all
why-
set up? You know.
They could maybe do like a charity event and have Penn and Teller actually put on their Las Vegas show in the game
No.
through
I don't
Borderlands.
I don't know if I can trust Randy Pitchford to do something good though.
That's also good.
Aw,
Jeez, look at that
Randy's a
shade.
good guy.
Randy's
Look at that
insane.
shade.
I know he
Look at
is.
that-
You know,
yeah, I mean, it was so crazy. But we'll definitely see. The one thing I really would like to see on this is to see how more I hope more people do open the gate on these kind of events, because these events are like, freaking amazing. Don't get me, and then I think they do wonders for the community when you do this kind of deal. But I just hope that it maybe like to see something in a different company or a different group to do it other than Fortnite to be doing this, because now this is what the second year in a row that Fortnite's done something like this.
Yeah.
With Marshmallow the first time.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind me like going like real quick back to Borderlands,
Yeah.
if you guys didn't know, they're doing the like the science initiative. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
No.
Yeah, they're actually like working with scientists, and you go in and there's like a little mini game that you play, but it's actually helping to solve. I can't remember exactly what it is, but they're like trying to find the similarity in genetic strands between like animals and stuff. And so you play this mini game, and the reason why they're doing this is because people that play the mini game actually help the scientists decode stuff, because their computers aren't like powerful enough to actually like run through all this data. So millions of players can come together to help those scientists like unravel the strand. Super interesting, really cool. And like if we're talking about other stuff that's
That's really
actually
neat.
like unique, like I just thought that would be it.
No, that's
Cool
pretty
bringing it up.
cool. That is very unique.
I gotta
They can
look
hold
at
its
it,
own.
'cause,
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with that at all,
computational
dude.
resource sharing. I mean, it's the same thing that's happening with is it NVIDIA that's running the, I can't even remember what it's called, but like where you can dedicate some of your computational like power.
Yes, that's
to
NVIDIA. NVIDIA's been doing
folding
that,
at home.
though,
There we
yeah.
go.
Yeah. Yeah, NVIDIA's definitely been the leader of that kind of stuff.
God,
Okay, that's cool.
What a cool world we're living in, man.
No kidding, I know,
Like,
right? It's so
what a-
awesome.
That's true,
I love it.
Fonzie.
All
Fonzie
right.
says battle royale games are better because their servers are built for more people
Bigger.
as opposed to.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what you're basically saying is we're just gotta wait till the Travis Scott event in Last Oasis.
See, but my thing though
Oh.
too
we'll
is
be all
that I mean, why
set.
can't you do like a VR chat thing where you build it out in VR chat? VR chat is built specifically for, you know, what I mean, I don't know how many people, I don't know that much about it, you know what I mean? But if you build it kind of like all you do is you're just in this social space, and then they build out different, you know, you could build out events and stuff like that within these social spaces like a VR chat. I could totally
Yeah.
see that being a thing. I think a lot of people would actually be into
That's
that.
a very big possibility. Yeah, it's a very easy possibility to see something like that. Okay, cool. So let's go with this. So JTizii, now it's your time to
Oh
shine.
my God.
That'll be
Oh,
into
dude,
the mix
I'm
of all of the things.
I'm so nervous about this one, but
Stop
this
it.
is super
Well, it's
ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. So
I think it's
so
okay.
yeah, so we all know that like Fallout 76 like, you know, came out a long time ago, and the one thing that people were real, I know I wanted this because I was super mad that I was talking to a damn computer about like what kind of missions I could do, and they finally brought NPCs out, and what happens? They're stealing weapons off of people when they die. Like, what kind of stuff is that? Like, I was reading an article about somebody playing in one of the PvE events, and a friendly NPC came over and stole their Gatling gun and 2,000 units of ammo. Like they just took everything, and it's really funny because this is totally characteristic of Fallout like characters, because like in other games, like let's say they're like you kill an enemy and there's like a better weapon that's on the ground, they'll walk up, like in Fallout 4, Fallout 3, they'll walk up and they're like, it's built into their coding to be like, hey, I want to be stronger. So they walk up and they pick up. But in Fallout 76, you can't kill the NPCs to get stuff back because it's an online world. It's persistent. So it's like you can't. What are you gonna do? So yeah. So I don't know. I just thought that was like, how do you guys feel about that? Like, so you have NPCs and you can talk to them now, and you go on missions with them. But if you die, they're gonna take your shit. Like.
Okay, so wait a minute. So like, okay, so the NPC, so they have to loot you when you die. So they can't just loot you when you're just standing there, and they'll be like, okay, we're gonna take your Gatling gun and your 2,000 rounds. Okay, so did they not know that this was like, is this a glitch, or is this something that they were trying to, you know, put inside of the game?
I think it was just an oversight, because like it's like I said, it's not uncharacteristic. Like if they see something that's better on the ground for them, they're gonna pick it up and use it, and like they're running with you during these events. And so I don't know how much Fallout 76 you guys have played, but like when one of those big like monsters comes around or something happens, like it's pretty easy to die. Like realistically, it's pretty easy to die, especially if other players are running around in PvP and everything. But like if you die and the NPC's right there, he's just like, well, he's not here, so I guess I'll just use it. And like you just drop it right there, and they take it. So like I don't know.
That is insane. Like
it's just like, it's so funny that like people, I don't know. Like I know I would be super pissed. Like obviously, if you're a Fallout 76 player, like I understand.
Do you feel like they're kind of punishing their community? Like they're just is that like something
doing it? They're trolling their own community.
We'll give you
NPC. Yeah.
You asked for it.
How do you like that? How do you like that? Now you can't have your weapons.
What do you think? Yeah, it's like, okay, great, congratulations. It's like, now give me your gun. Yeah, you know, that kind of nonsense. You know, I mean,
your hard-earned stuff,
like,
mine. You can't get it back either.
I don't know. I always
back. I mean,
you can't get it back. You absolutely cannot get it back. But I don't know. I just think stuff like that is so ridiculous when you have this AI that's just kind of, it's acting within its coding, it's doing what it needs to, but it's just doing stuff that's so outlandish that you're like, what the hell, man? Like, really? I love like game glitches or stuff that's goofy like that. So this was like,
that is a glitch. No, that has to be a glitch. So that has to be an oversight. I will give Bethesda the benefits of the doubt that they did not mean for them to say, we're gonna have an NPC steal your weapon, you'll never get that weapon back again.
Yeah,
that has to be a glitch.
Oh my gosh,
or something, because that is Oh my! Can you imagine that? That means like you're playing end game stuff. Let's say you do die. You're telling me that there's no way that you could essentially steal some high end gear and you will never get that back. That would be like, okay, I'm done playing this game. This game is already dead a long time. No
Dude,
way.
it's just like an NPC walks up and sees you like, oh, thanks, bitch, bye.
It's like, oh, you died. This is mine now. It's like you don't even use it anymore.
Well, kid, like that, they always had the ability to pick up a better weapon, but before you could get it back, right? Because I don't play Fallout, but I know a lot about it because Karma's one of my good friends. She plays all Fallout all the time. That's all she.
I
You
love
Get on that
76?
blitz right now.
Oh yeah, she loves Fallout 76.
Oh really?
Oh
Cool.
yeah.
76 is not a bad
Huge
game if you
76
have people.
game.
Like if you have people to play it with, it's still a fun game. But like
Yeah.
by yourself, it just like without the NPCs there, the game just felt so empty, and you were just like, "What do I do?" Because like that's all
Oh,
Fallout
no.
is. It's like
Well,
Fallout
she has
76,
like a
you
whole
know.
crew that she plays with. I mean, now
Yeah.
she's playing something else, which this is the first time
Smitty,
besides that and WoW that I've ever seen her play anything else. But yeah, no, she always played 76, but she always had a group to play with her. And people would come in and talk trash and they're like, "This is a terrible game." She's like, "Then why are you here? Like,
Yeah.
why are you talking?
Yeah,
You
I hate when
hate it
people do that.
much. Like,
Yeah.
you're not gonna convince me to not play it, stupid head."
That would be
But,
like me going into Anthem, going over comms,
yeah.
and being like, "Why are we playing this dumbass game?"
Before
Exactly.
Smitty realizes it's his stream.
And it's
Yeah.
just me.
I have no control. My hands have no control over what I'm playing.
Yeah.
It's like,
But
I blacked out. What happened?
Yeah. But I don't. If I recall, yeah, no. I mean, I've never played it, but I think this is kind of hysterical. It's gotta be a glitch. Like, yes, the NPCs in their programming always are to be better, which would then mean to pick up a better weapon if it is on the ground or X, Y, or Z. I mean, maybe they'll fix it. Like in my head
they
with
definitely- they
coding.
definitely-
The fixing would be to just duplicate the weapons so that you can still get your loot back, or at least talk to them and get your loot back, especially if they're on your team. But
I mean, but in like a persistent world like that, like in a persistent world like that, why would you program the NPCs not to have their own weapons that would be the best for them, and then
That's
not
also
have
a
them
good
pick up
point,
it?
yeah.
Like, and because like if let's say you kill a legendary like creature or something, and it drops a
Right.
really good weapon, like then PC is gonna walk up and
NPC
snake
could
that.
get
Like,
it. Yeah.
I don't know how you over like not know that that's gonna be a problem, you know? Like it's crazy. That's crazy to me. But I mean, still, it's hilarious that they're like, "Oh, they're dead. Let me just grab that gun," and like then they take all your ammo too. Like, what the hell, man?
I think it's just made better by all of the previous stories of all the jank going on in Fallout
yeah,
76.
seriously. Like Fallout
it's
76
just,
is
it's
known
just
for goofy
being
stuff.
added to the pile, and it's great.
That's true. Like I mean, like, and then plus the fact that they've been that we were lied to on it, and then
People are lied
with
about the
the-
special edition thing with the
special
bag.
edition.
Oh yeah, and it's like just some like some like
and it
little
deleted
plastic
stuff.
bag.
And it
So
deleted
bad.
stuff inside if you put it inside the bag, or better yet, they say like, hey, we're not gonna add a DLC paid DLC services.
Subscription service.
Yeah,
and they
but
did.
then not
And
even a
then
year.
that turned into class warfare in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where
it was.
people were griefing the people who had the paid subscription because it put an icon above their head so you could always see who had it.
yeah.
It was so crazy.
And then there was the thing where people there was the thing where people were
Oh yeah, it was very the
griefing.
practice back.
There's like a friendly mode where you can't like attack someone unless they've like attacked you first.
It's so
They
it was
were-
so
they were-
broken.
They were griefing that because people would just start nuking them and they would die from the radiation damage.
Yeah. Yeah, straight up, like that happened to me. My buddies, like I bought the game the day it came out. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely bought it.
You
I
want
had
the
it
collector's
on.
edition?
No,
I
I
was
didn't
on the
go
hype
that
train
far.
for like a second,
But-
dude, and then I was like, nah.
No.
Yeah.
So I bought it because I had like 10 friends that were all buying it at the same time. So I was
Yeah.
like, fine,
Mhm.
I'll get it. And so I jumped into it, and I was just like, well, this game sucks, and there's like zombies' heads that are stretching across the screen. I'm gonna dip out of this one because I'm gonna focus on other things. And then I came back later when they introduced that system, and oh my god, I was so mad because people would just sit there and like peck at you and just to annoy you, and like if somebody attacks you, you attack them back. That's how you initiate. It's kind of like very very reminiscent of Borderlands style. But the problem was like one of those guys was like, fine, you don't want to fight me. And he just wanders off. And then a nuke crashes right on top of us. And all of us died from radiation damage. I was like, are you, what the, are you, how do you even?
Yeah, like,
I was super pissed.
Like,
That's
there's a whole
ridiculous.
thing about where people would,
Oh my God.
they would be going, like, someone would be using some, like, a crafting, like, workbench or whatever, doing stuff. And, like, while they're in this other screen, like in their inventory, all this stuff, someone would just walk up behind them, throw a bunch of radiation mines under them, and walk away, and they would just die from all the radiation.
Yeah, like. But yeah,
I think it's just safe to say that. I think it's safe to say that Fallout 76 is a very janky game, and it's very not surprising that stuff like this is happening, and we know it's not going to get any better.
I just feel like, man,
can still be fun though.
Yeah,
for sure.
like what is it? One of my favorite glitches of all time is the one from Skyrim, where you get smashed by the giant and you just launch up into the air. Like that is easily my favorite glitch of all time, especially when a giant smashes an NPC and they come crashing down and then run back up to the giant and keep fighting them. Like it's just so fun. And Todd Howard knows about some of these glitches and he leaves them in. But like that isn't meant for an online persistent world. It's meant for like all we wanted was a co-op Fallout.
Yeah.
Dude, like the way I've always like the way that Bethesda's been very lenient on their gaming like that when it comes to stuff like that, it's needing to be like called out because I mean, come on, Skyrim that came out in 2010. I mean, and then Fallout 76 doesn't seem like it's any much better, and it just came out 2 years ago. So the next gen of when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, it better not be like that same kind of level of quality.
Well, they've got like a whole new engine for 6, I believe.
Well, we'll see because I haven't.
That's why you've heard like nothing.
It was
I say a lot of words.
Yeah, I don't trust a word on what Bethesda is until I see it myself, because we'll see, because it's been a long time. So, but anyways, we'll kind of digress. But that was a good topic, JTizii. Thank you so much. All right. And Lex, last but not least, what are you bringing to the table?
Mine's quick. So.
Hers is adorable.
Mine's just cute. Okay,
We're
so
out of
you
time.
all.
I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
That was a good time. Thanks, guys.
So, as you guys know, I don't have Animal Crossing. I don't have a Switch, and now I'm really upset about it. I don't want to talk about it. However, I do want to talk about the fact that Elijah Wood is playing Animal Crossing, and if you have a sale on your turnips, he might come to your island too. So you're welcome. If you didn't know, now you know. Here, I'll throw the link in just in case. And the best part, the best freaking part, it looks like just like him.
It looks exactly like him.
Just like him.
His name is
adorable.
Elwood?
Yeah, Elwood. Yeah.
From Driftwood.
What?
Which
That's
reminds me.
fantastic.
So first off, what's the story about this? Because I don't understand. Like, why would you like? What's so big about turnips in the first place?
Okay, so there's like a stock market system in the game, basically. Okay.
Yeah, the stock market.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, basically, here I'll read a little bit. The stock market in Animal Crossing New Horizons is bringing the internet together after one user shared her incredible turnip prices. Turnip, like is a vegetable.
It's a
I believe.
Turnip.
Yeah, you buy and sell vegetables to make money as like a stock version of the stock market.
Right. So she shared on Twitter her incredible turnip prices for the day, and it caught the attention of Elijah Wood. He privately messaged her asking her for her dodo code, which is the like little flight system to each island.
So you don't have to add them as a friend.
Right. So her dodo code so he could come visit her island to sell his turnips. Her shop today was purchasing turnips for 5.99 bells each. Which is a particularly good number to sell your turnips. Normally, a good selling price is between 300 to 400.
Yeah,
so after making
price is 600 for the record.
So after making a great profit on his turnips, Wood hung out with Jessa on her island. Not only did he compliment her on how beautiful her island was, but Wood also showed proper Animal Crossing etiquette by asking if he may pick some fruit from her tree. It was so much fun. Oh my god,
what a
how
gentleman.
freaking adorable! Right?
First off, how is this freaking news? Like this was posted on the on the website.
It's huge.
Some wholesome news, man.
It's huge. It's wholesome.
That's
So-
that's showing. Wait. That's just showing that everyone, even if you're a celebrity, is sitting at home doing ordinary things like playing video games, doing yard work, what have you. And he's over there playing Animal Crossing with his name is Elwood, which, by the way, if you guys know the Elwoods,
my
reference,
God.
I'm like dying on the inside.
Yeah.
Anyways, because it's really blonde. Duh. Elwoods.
First off,
okay, anyways.
no, it's probably
just
short
a-
for Elijah Wood.
Yeah,
I
just a
know.
different
But he knows that it never mind. He knows that it's a legally blonde reference. He has it.
I thought you were gonna say
Actually,
Elijah Wood.
It's actually Elwood from the Blues Brothers. Come on.
Oh.
Or
Okay.
Elwood
you go.
from Harvey the play. I'm sorry.
So first off, so you won't be surprised if it'll be like, so if you see something from Kotaku on the headline that says Brad Pitt wants your pumpkins in Animal Crossing, then that's like a wholesome story or something like that. It's very interesting to me.
You stop, CFG.
Nah, if he communicates, he privately messaged this person. Number one, how the hell did he
Okay.
get that person's number?
He
'Cause he's
did.
so
It was
young.
on Twitter.
On Twitter.
Oh.
She
Okay.
posted
Oh my
what
God.
her turnip prices were on Twitter, and he DM'd her and said, "May I have your dodo code?"
I forgot him. Yeah,
So,
I'm
like
an idiot.
that-
Don't listen to me.
It's
I'm old.
okay.
I love you so much.
It's
Smitty.
okay. It's
My
just
old man
it's
show.
so,
My bad. My bad.
it's so
Oh,
wholesome.
you gotta pick
I
up the
love-
phone and give him a ring? Like what?
Elijah Wood is Elijah Wood
God.
is just adorable, and that just
He
made my
is.
day. But since
like
we're
it.
talking about Animal Crossing, I also thought I would inform you of the fact that it's April and it's almost the end of April, and here are the things that you need to catch before April ends, because you won't be able to get them after April. Are you ready?
Right?
Blue marlin, dab, and tuna. Okay?
Damn.
Yeah, the dab.
Blue
Damn.
Marlin.
Blue marlin all day, every day. Okay, at the pier. Same with tuna at the pier. Dabs or at the ocean. Okay. For bugs, you can catch tarantulas from 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. on the ground. And then I think there are other specific ones like angelfish, beta, catfish. Those do have specific times. I believe they are showing the link for you guys. In the
It shows
Discord.
because it changes based on northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere. It changes the
Thank you.
seasons.
I'll post
yeah.
it in. I'll post it in the
That's
chat for
amazing.
you guys if you would
Oh,
like
That
to
is pretty
take a
cool.
deeper look. But yeah, so those are some specific. If you're looking for those items before April ends, there you go. I posted it in chat for you guys as well. But yeah, just some cute, like wholesome updates. I think it's adorable, and you know,
No,
it just
that-
kind of makes us realize, like, you know, celebrities are people too, man. I mean, I
That
always
is-
say
That just
this,
like
but
that like super warmed my heart. Like
yeah.
Elijah Wood.
I'm just
You beautiful
befuddled
bastard.
more on my side, but yeah, it's very. No, I mean it's cool to see that, but I just find it funny that it's like, hey, he wants Elijah
Yeah.
Wood wants
he
turnips.
wants to turn up on your island.
He
Turn
wants to turn up
like-
on your items to get some of them turnips. It's
Oh
like,
my
okay, cool.
God.
It's like, wait, he wants to do what? You know, I mean,
Yeah.
so
They
it's
know
so
within
it's
the
so
context
random.
of the game though. I still
What an
haven't like
adorable
I haven't
man.
been on during the day to even go in the store. Like I know people have been
Yeah.
talking about all this stuff, and I haven't.
Oh yeah,
even...
dude! I just opened
I'm
my
totally
store and I
on.
have not even been able to go in there yet.
Well, we didn't
Oh, that is
realize
long.
that Lincoln started it out, so she has the main quest. So it took us forever to realize. I was like, why is this not progressing? I'm seeing people doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and then we realized, oh, Lincoln has this one quest, and then we realized she's the main account, so everything has
She
to go
has
off
to
of
do it.
hers. Yeah, it's just
Mhm.
like so. So
got all
mommy
the
has a
power.
lot of times been playing her
Deep
characters.
bugs.
We're moving us along in the story.
That's
Man
hilarious.
Man-faced
Lizard
stink
Elsa, my
bugs?
bad. My bad. Lizard
Yeah,
Elsa.
those
Yeah,
things are weird
Lizard
looking.
Elsa. Shh, that's her name.
That's so cool.
He chose it.
Man, it's interesting. I'm actually surprised though, for a person who doesn't have the game or the system, you're actually definitely in tune on it pretty well. pretty well, Lex. So
Me?
that's pretty
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
I'm watching other people play because, like, during the day I work on stuff. If you guys don't know, a lot of the times, if you stream and we're friends, I'm probably lurking. If you're on during the day, because I'm not on during the day, I'm on, right as the sun's going down. So
Yeah.
because I like, whoop, whoop, I fall
Party
asleep
over
really
here.
late. I'm also having some like weird insomnia, but then I can't stop sleeping stuff going on.
Oh,
But
yeah,
yeah, no, I
definitely.
watch like DOS play. I'm watching a lot of people play Animal Crossing, and so like T with JT plays it. Who else? Oh my god, everyone's playing it but me,
Yeah.
basically.
Oh, I love
So,
the game.
I have all these different screens open, watching all of my friends play it, and so I hear them talk about it, and I'm picking up on it. So, maybe my birthday's coming up and maybe I'll get a Switch and Animal Crossing. It's probably not going to happen, but maybe he'll tell
They're like
Pops.
sold
I
out.
don't know.
They're like sold out everywhere, aren't they?
I know.
Ready.
I know.
Ready, let's talk
Well,
after this.
Nope.
they just
Nope.
recently
Hard no
they
in
just
the
recently announced that Nintendo's going to try to push 22 million new consoles in like here very soon, so fairly soon.
Yeah,
So I was like,
That's
everywhere
crazy.
is sold out.
I can't believe that they're at like all this time that Switches have been there, and like now people are like freaking
Dude,
out.
I think
over
you
them.
called
it's so
it.
funny.
I think
Well, I
they
mean,
just
they,
called it
they
a while
had
back,
been
right?
selling out before.
oh,
Like,
about what?
About them having increased sales, but we were talking about later on in
Oh,
fall. We
yeah,
were talking
yeah.
about
Yeah.
that it just happened earlier because of the current
I think it happened
situation.
only because of the pandemic, obviously. Yeah, and the crazy scalpers that are out there too. So like,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
definitely.
I just
I
That,
actually bought my Switch.
Cowboy Bebop shirt.
Yeah.
Oh
Cowboy
yeah.
Bebop. It's my favorite anime.
Nice.
It is a great anime to be your favorite, so we'll definitely accept that. Yeah,
Yay, I'm accepted.
You're accepted. All right, so okay, so that's great. That's perfect. Lex, what do you have planned for the week?
I had one more thing before we do all the outro.
What's up?
There's a couple there weren't too many, but like when we were talking about the video game movies, we got a couple interesting
Ooh,
suggestions.
let's hear it.
General
Alright.
Davis suggested, what do you think about like an Elder Scrolls movie happening? If
I
that were
think
to
that'd be
happen.
awesome.
An Elder Scrolls movie is basically Lord of the Rings.
Exactly. That's why it would be awesome.
It's either gonna like be really good, or it's gonna be just one of those movies that people release where they're just like, here's fan service, and that's all it's gonna be. Like,
Right.
so like I really hope that they do it justice. Like, absolutely, if they do it justice and they actually like write a unique story and actually go along with everything, rather than just being like, hey, look, you killed someone and now you have a hand. Like, if they, I don't know, I feel like they actually like write a good story. I think.
Fair
would
enough. I
rather
will give-
see that as a series than a
Oh,
movie,
yeah,
personally.
dude.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
it would
The
work better with
Witcher.
a series because of all the lore in it.
Like,
Yeah.
Or
like
Sky-
do something like The Witcher or like
Oh
Game of
no! If
Thrones.
they, if they make a Skyrim series, I think I would love it because I loved Skyrim.
Really? You loving
Yeah.
something? I'm shocked.
No, I'm not.
Oh!
Hashtag facts.
And then the other lovely one we got here is Kid Sander suggested a Mega Man movie starring Danny DeVito.
Oh, my dad.
Oh my god!
Danny DeVito should be Dr. Light. Some other kid could be.
But then for some reason we're also gonna have Smitty do the voice.
Yeah.
Smitty would be so weird. It would be actually funny.
That'd be like a Darth Vader situation.
So I thought that,
Oh my god,
that would
that's
be an
freaking
interesting one to
hilarious.
think about.
That'd be so That'd be
Oh
so
my God.
good.
That would be hilarious to see. Smitty would be like doing the Mega Man. Oh god, no.
Wow.
Like
I
I
don't
can
even
see
remember
it like
Mega
a
Man
Mega
having a
Man
voice.
movie be like
don't think
actually working as like a CGI kind of movie, but
hmm
I feel like it would just be awkward if it was they tried to do live action. Like it would not age well, I don't
It
think.
would not translate well at all.
I'd be cool to have see X in there though. Like they
That
had like
would be
Mega Man
cool.
and X.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Well, if Mega Man, well, those are two totally different ones, though, right? Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Like, what is it? Wait, hold on. Maybe I'm remembering this wrong. X had the sword, right?
No, that's 0.
That's 0. There we go. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I was like, I thought
Yeah.
Mega Man
yeah,
X
my bad.
was I think that was a game.
Mega Man
right?
X was a great series.
Yeah,
yeah,
they're-
Mega
We're
Man.
all, yeah.
And then
I
X
enjoyed it.
So much
2 or
fun.
whatever.
Well, there was
Yeah.
there was a really bad Mega Man like Saturday morning cartoon.
That's what
I
I
remember that. I do remember that.
Well, no,
yes.
there was
And
Mega
then there
Man
was the
Battle
Battle
Network, which is
Network
the
anime
bomb.
as well.
Battle Network was the
Battle
bomb. I
Network
love
was
that.
amazing.
Then there was yeah, you're right. There was a Mega Man cartoon that happened on USA in the mornings. I do remember that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what channel did that play on? Yeah.
Yeah, on USA Network, where like right before Mortal Kombat, the animated show, show.
I don't remember that.
Oh God.
Oh,
It's
so
all
Oh, Mortal
bad.
Kombat, the animated show.
Yeah.
Oh man, that stuff was tight.
Yes, it was tight.
Yeah.
You're
That
riggedy
was
Rex,
so-
son. Sorry.
That's so tight. That's so tight. So yeah. But anyways, let's get into it. Lex, what do you have planned for the week?
Well, after this, I have to go to a birthday party, even though I don't know how this is gonna work. Don't ask me either. But I think either tonight or tomorrow, we're gonna do like a little bonus stream since I missed 2 days this week. Sorry guys, my body wanted to hibernate. And then I don't know, we're changing some things up
sings.
next week. Huh?
Mhm.
What?
Twitch
What?
sings.
Oh yeah, we're doing
Twitch
Twitch
sings.
things. I don't know what
Ooh.
day, cause whatever works for him. But then that was our switch up. And then of course Spoopy Tuesday as always. And then yeah, we'll see. I don't know what day you thinking, JT, for Twitch sings.
Probably Thursday. I
Okay.
would say Thursday. Thursday's usually good for Twitch things.
Okay. Sure.
That sounds
Thursday.
perfect.
That sounds good to you.
Great deal.
Yeah, that's
Sounds
it.
great.
I know I'm boring this week. I'm sorry.
That's all good. It's all good. Smitty, what do you have planned?
This Thursday, this Wednesday, we will have a new episode of LAN Parties. Look for that on Wednesdays, any major podcasting platform or on the socials at Smitty2447. I usually post on the different socials as far as with that. Thursday will be on Mismatch TV. I'll post about that as well when we go live. That'll be a normal stream. I don't know. I think I'm not sure if we're gonna do Overwatch or something else. But excited to get going over on that channel. Then I'll be a normal stream on my channel on Friday. So, other than that,
so how does
I need to. Huh?
So how does Mishmash work? Like, do they have a Twitch or do they have a website or what?
Yeah,
how's
no,
that
it is a Twitch, and then basically we each have they sent us out stream keys and all that stuff. So we'll stream I'll still stream off. I'll use all my things and whatnot, except for like I have like the alerts and whatnot. So I'll be streaming as Mishmash, but it'll be all my own stuff. That makes sense, I guess.
Interesting.
So you're going to stream you're streaming on their channel, and then okay, I see what you're saying.
And there'll be like
Oh,
commands
okay,
and
that
stuff
makes a
that I'll
lot
push
more
back to
sense.
say, hey, you can check the streamer out over at their channel, but we'll be actually physically be streaming on the Mishmash channel.
Yeah, that
Alright.
makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, JTizii, what do you got planned?
Yo!
Thanks for stopping by. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, thank you guys so much for having me. I'm actually gonna be doing some Control tonight. So I got a stream here in like an hour and a half or so. So
Nice.
looking forward to diving into that game. I've never played it before, so I'm looking forward to that. Have a stream on Sunday. Either going to be doing some music, or if Lex wants to do something, I would love to stream with her again. And then my normal, then going into, I actually work next week too, so yeah, and then doing normal streams throughout the week, and then hopefully, Spoopy Tuesday as always, and yeah.
Sweet deal. Awesome. All right. And for my I guess basically what I have planned right now is I have later today.
Hold up.
What?
Davis, what are you doing this week?
Thank you, because I was gonna do that too. She beat me to it.
I was like automatically. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Well, thank you for asking, Faye.
Get him, Faye.
I will say, like, I am going to be playing on some more Trials of Mana on the Switch. Probably gonna do that tonight. I'm planning on doing that tonight, and then but from now on, I got a new day to stream, so it's going to be Friday. Every Friday, I'm going to be streaming, in the around 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Time. So we're going to be definitely starting a new schedule. So definitely stay tuned on that on CFG Games. And yeah, so that's pretty much what I got planned so far. Been hopefully can get some more in. So guys, thank you so much for checking us out on episode number 45 of the CFG Gamecast. We stream every Saturday to live, and we release it on podcast services on Mondays on Google, Apple, Stitcher Radio, and Podbean. So definitely, if you like what you hear, give us a follow on our Twitch. Give us a thumbs up on any of our podcast services anywhere. Goes a long way, and we will be doing some more content. So this is Davis, Smitty, Lex, and JTizii signing off. Y'all have a great evening.